Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asian NEWSLINE and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 29th of January. India rejects Canadian report on election meddling, accuses Ottawa of interference in internal affairs. Pakistani journalists rally against law regulating social media. And USA suspension shuts down 58 groups in Afghanistan. And now for all the details. Amid the diplomatic standoff between India and Canada, New Delhi on Tuesday rejected a report by Canadian authorities accusing it of engaging in electoral foreign interference. The report released by the Canada Foreign Interference Commission following the culmination of its probe, claiming that China and India were the most active perpetrators of foreign interference targeting all levels of government in Canada. Responding to the accusations, India's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said New Delhi was aware of the allegations but firmly rejected the insinuations made against India. He added that instead it was Canada that had been consistently interfering in India's internal affairs, fostering an environment conducive to illegal migration and organized criminal activities. We expect that the support system enabling illegal migration will not be further countenanced, Jaiswal said. Relations between New Delhi and Ottawa have remained strained for months after incumbent Canadian PM Justin Trudeau accused India of being involved in the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar on Canadian soil. The diplomatic tensions have led to a series of retaliatory measures, including downgrading the diplomatic mission status, which has further complicated the bilateral ties. More than a dozen people were killed and around a dozen others were reportedly injured in a stampede at the Mahakumbh Mela in northern India in the wee hours of Wednesday. Drone footage showed millions of devotees shoulder to shoulder arriving in the pre-dawn dark at the temporary township in Prayagraj for the holy dip at the confluence of three rivers, Ganga, Yamuna and the mythical Saraswati on the most auspicious day of the 6-week Hindu festival. According to state authorities, the stampede occurred between 1 to 2 a.m. near the arena of the ascetics, where barricades had been put up to manage crowds during their holy dip. Talking to media, Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath said around 8 to 10 crore devotees were present in the city and there is continuous pressure due to the movement of devotees towards the Sangam nose, and added the incident occurred after devotees tried to cross the barricading. He added, situation is under control now, but the crowd remains massive. He urged the devotees not to move towards Sangam nose and take a holy dip at the ghats nearest to them.
और वो बोल रहे थे और के पुलिस को बुलाओ तो पुलिस सामने आ नहीं रही थी उधर। ऐसे हुआ था, हम लोग आ रहे थे तो बहुत धक्का दिया तो वो हम लोग उधर लेट गए, सुबह गिर पड़े थे। सो पूरी पब्लिक ऊपर चढ़ गई थी, हम भी मारस से बचे हैं। हमारी मम्मी जी डेथ हो गई है, हमारी मम्मी की।
जो घायल हैं, गंभीर रूप से घायल हैं, उनके उपचार की तत्परता के साथ व्यवस्था भी की गई है। उन सबके सकुशल स्वस्थ होने की भी हम कामना करते हैं। लेकिन मेरी अपील होगी कि कोई भी नकारात्मकता न फैलाने दें और न किसी अफवाह पर विश्वास करें। स्थिति नियंत्रण में है, हाँ दबाव जरूर है, क्योंकि मैंने आपको बताया कि प्रातःकाल से सुबह 8:30 बजे तक 3 करोड़ से अधिक श्रद्धालु स्नान कर चुके हैं।
While the state government has cited overcrowding as the cause of the stampede, opposition leaders have alleged poor management caused the incident. Taking to X, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi termed the stampede tragic and said mismanagement and administration's special focus on VIP movement instead of common devotees is responsible for this tragic incident. He added the government should wake up now and improve the arrangements so that such unpleasant incidents do not happen in future. Meanwhile, after a brief halt, the saints also began their procession as they headed to their Triveni Sangam for the second Amrit Snan on the Mahakumbh on the occasion of Mauni Amavasya. The Mahakumbh festival, held every 12 years, started on January 13th and is the world's largest religious gathering. Authorities expect more than 400 million people to throng the pilgrimage site in total. Nearly 150 million people have already attended. Pakistani journalists took to the streets in major cities on Tuesday to protest a proposed law aimed at regulating social media content, which they argue threatens press freedom. A report.
Hundreds of Pakistani journalists rallied in Islamabad, Karachi and Lahore on Tuesday against a proposed law to regulate social media content that they say is aimed at curbing press freedom and controlling the digital landscape. The law would establish a regulatory authority that would have its own investigation agency and tribunals. Those found to have disseminated false or fake information face prison sentences of up to 3 years and fines of 2 million rupees. That's nearly $7,200. The members of Pakistan Federal Union of Journalists were blocked by police as they tried to march towards the red zone in Islamabad, which houses the Prime Minister's Secretariat, Parliament and diplomatic offices. The Parliament passed the amendments to the law known as Pakistan Electronic Crimes Act last week, but it is yet to be signed into law by the President. The government has defended the new regulations, saying the law is being introduced to block fake and false news.
Under that new law which government is trying to impose, the basic fundamental rights are basically taken away from the people of Pakistan regarding freedom of expression. If a journalist asks any question and that question is not liked by the rulers or even by the head of a parliamentary party, you can be picked up, you can go to jail for 3 years.
ये आज एहतिजाज नहीं था, ये प्रेस फ्रीडम मूवमेंट का आगाज़ हुआ है और अब इसके मुख्तलिफ मराहल होंगे. जद्दोजहद के मुख्तलिफ तरीके इख्तियार करते हुए इसका इख्तिताम वो होगा कि हम पाकिस्तान भर की तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ को, ह्यूमन राइट एक्टिविस्ट को, शहरी आज़ादियों पर यकीन रखने वाले लोगों को और तमाम यूजर्स को मिलकर फिर एक ऐसे एहतिजाजी धरने का ऐलान करेंगे जो पार्लियामेंट हाउस के बाहर दिया जाएगा. और तारीख जब हम वो देंगे वो धरना शुरू करने की होगी, ख़ात्मे के नहीं होगी. उस एहतिजाजी धरने के बाद या हमारे जनाजे उठेंगे या हमारे पास नोटिफिकेशन होगा कि ये काला कानून वापस हो गया है.
Digital media in Pakistan has already been muffled with measures by telecom authorities to slow down internet speeds, and the social media platform X has been blocked for more than a year. Reporters Without Borders, an organization that defends press freedom, ranked Pakistan at number 152 out of 180 on its 2024 World Press Freedom Index. The group also says Pakistan is one of the most dangerous places for journalists to work.
The Taliban's Deputy Minister of Economy Abdul Latif Nazari has announced that the suspension of US aid has led to the shutdown of 50 international humanitarian organizations in Afghanistan's 28 provinces. Nazari urged the international community to separate humanitarian assistance from political matters, emphasizing that the people of Afghanistan should not suffer due to political decisions. Following his return to the White House, Donald Trump has suspended all foreign aid, including financial support to Afghanistan, for 3 months. This decision has destabilized Afghanistan's already fragile economy, leading to a sharp decline in the value of the Afghan currency. Despite previous claims by Taliban officials that their government is not dependent on foreign assistance, the sudden aid halt has revealed their financial vulnerabilities. Nepal has drafted a social media bill with stringent provisions which includes measures to control spread of fake news and deepfakes. The social media bill, which was tabled in the National Assembly to regulate the use and operation of social media, proposes severe penalties for individuals involved in spreading misleading or false information through fake IDs or pages on social media. The bill also prohibits spread of harmful or deceptive information that could disrupt national sovereignty, territorial integrity, or national interest. Violations under subsection 3 of the bill carry stricter penalties, including imprisonment of up to 5 years and fines of up to 1.5 million Nepali rupees. Further, the bill mandates additional penalties for those who engage in these activities using children or minors. Anyone found guilty of such acts could face an additional 1-year prison term. In the majestic backdrop of a setting sun over the Raisina Hills, the iconic Vijay Chowk in New Delhi came live to foot-tapping tunes and synchronized steps by members of the armed forces during the beating retreat ceremony marking the culmination of the 76th Republic Day celebrations. The ceremony, which began with the mass band's Kadam Kadam Badhai Ja tune, witnessed music bands of the Indian Army, Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force, along with combined band of CAPF playing captivating tunes like Ae Mere Watan Ke Logo and Drummer's Call before a distinguished audience including President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The event came to an end with the ever-popular tune of Sare Jahan Se Acha played by the Buglers. The ceremony, which has been a part of Republic Day celebration since 1955, traces its origins to the early 1950s when Major Roberts of the Indian Army indigenously developed the unique ceremony of display by the mass bands. It marks a centuries-old military tradition when the troops ceased fighting, shedded their arms, withdrew from the battlefield and returned to the camps at sunset at the sounding of the retreat. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time. Till then, good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.